From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today starts right now.
Well, good morning. It's 7 o'clock. I'm Grant Herms.
And I'm Priya Mann. Thanks for joining us for Local 4 News Today. Andrew, that live shot said it all. It just felt steamy and hot when you're looking out there.
I know, a little misty out there as well, that added humidity adding to it. Now, we're not in the middle of summer just yet, so yes, you can feel it, but it's not as oppressive as it could be, as it would be in, I should say, in July or August. But hold on, in your 7-day forecast, we get some of that high heat and humidity coming. Let's talk about what's happening now, though. The showers and storms that we saw overnight, and yes, we saw a few, have now basically moved away. There might be a leftover sprinkle or two, but that is it. This afternoon, there's another chance of a scattered shower, generally after 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Nothing too heavy, nothing too widespread. So today is not a washout. That is key with many graduation or commencement ceremonies taking place or celebrations that are happening as well. Whether they're in the morning as we get ready for services, temps in the 60s. Noontime, we'll see temps around 75. There's also a baseball game this afternoon. Plan on an on-time start with the first pitch at 1:40 over at Comerica Park. Tigers taking on Toronto. By the end of the game, highs up to around 80 degrees with some of those scattered raindrops around. Now, there's a better chance of thunderstorms in your 7-day forecast as well. More on that in minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Time now is 7:02, and more questions and answers this morning after a man is severely injured when an explosive device he was handling explodes in his garage and sets the entire home on fire. Police describe the device as a bomb. The shocking situation happened Saturday afternoon at a home off Genter near 8 Mile in Warren. Police say the man's hand was blown off when the bomb exploded, starting a fire inside the home. The Michigan State Police bomb squad was called to check out the home nearby. Neighbors say he was driving when he heard the explosion.
With the windows up, like, you heard it loud as day. And then my roommates called me and like, the house is on fire next door, hurry up and get here. Well, I'm 2 minutes away. And that's when I pulled up, the house started exploding even more. It's probably exploded 10 times.
What? Police tell us the homeowner survived and is in the hospital. His current condition is unknown. Certainly a lot of questions and really disbelief at that bomb just going off. We'll have much more tonight at 6 and 11.
What a scary story. All right. It's been a violent weekend across the city of Detroit with police investigating several shootings with multiple victims. On Detroit's west side, 2 people were shot in the area of Sorrento and Hillview. Right now, no word on the victims' conditions or what sparked the shootings. We do have calls into police to find out what happened this morning. We'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more. Also on the west side, a triple shooting. It happened Saturday evening in the area of Griggs and Linden. Police say 2 men tried to rob a man. They tell us all 3 men had guns and opened fire. All 3 were hit, but they were told their injuries aren't serious. And a bachelor party turns dangerous after 4 people are shot in a drive-by shooting. It happened early Saturday morning at a home off Clover Lawn on Detroit's west side. Police say at least 10 men were celebrating at an Airbnb when someone in a dark SUV drove past the house, shooting 4 men. Police say police tell us at least one of the victims is in critical condition. Right now, no word on a motive. Anyone with information is asked to call Detroit police.
And speaking of gun violence, across the country, hundreds of demonstrations calling for stricter gun laws. In New York City, thousands marched across the Brooklyn Bridge. More than 400 March for Our Lives rallies planned as sister rallies to the main call to action event that was happening in Washington, D.C. Thousands also rallied in Parkland, Florida, where the first March for Our Lives was organized in 2018. Protesters want lawmakers to finally address the gun violence epidemic on a federal level. And students at Oxford High School hosted their own March for Our Lives rally to protest gun violence. They've created a social welfare organization called No Future Without Today. Their mission is to advocate for the safety of students through gun reform. Yesterday, hundreds of people came together supporting their initiative, many of them holding signs and standing together, making their voices heard.
I'm here today because I'm, to be honest, angry and fed up with primarily Republican elected leaders who refuse point blank to carry out the will of the majority of United States citizens. It is high time to put in place common sense gun safety legislation.
And another March for Our Lives rally was held in Detroit yesterday. The march was organized by students who say they're demanding their voices be heard, and they want proper legislative action to be taken as well. Now, at the heart of it all, they say they're defending their right to be safe at school. Well, today is the last day of Motor City Pride.
On Saturday, thousands gathered at Hart Plaza in downtown Detroit to celebrate. The annual festival is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year and is the largest LGBTQ event held in Michigan. A variety of musicians are taking the stage with dozens of vendors on hand. The event ends today at 7 p.m., starting with a parade that's set to start at noon today.
Oh, and you know it's going to be busy well before noon.
A lot of fun.